to the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Eric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin.
Eric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin. Welcome, all, one and all, to the Play It By Ear podcast, episode number 38. I welcome my compatriots with the newsboy hat tonight, Todd Griffin.
Hello.
Brady Liming, I don't know what that is on your hat, but...
It is a Quicksilver sunset scene. And hello.
Quicksilver sunset scene.
Yeah, say that 5 times fast.
Nice alliteration.
Very good. Like a language arts teacher or something, but you don't teach language arts.
Is it a gerund? That's what I want to know.
I have no freaking idea what a gerund is.
I still don't know what a gerund is.
I took 16 years of English. I have no idea what a gerund is.
I learned it at one time, but then I don't get anywhere close to teaching it, so I've dropped it.
If Miss Wilson is on, she will tell us.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? English teachers are going to be a topic at some point, and I may poke the bear with that one, Miss Wilson. I'm sorry, but I think this is just me that is going at one point in time on this show. I'm just going to, like if a psychologist, just lay on the couch and let my tension out about language arts all my life. I will do it on this show at some point. I don't know when that is, but
I still think that was, God bless them, though. They had to do what they were told, but one of the biggest lies foisted upon me, like my fear of quicksand, is my need to diagram sentences.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been
We have to stop this. We're going to go down a road here. And we have a schedule to keep here. We save that for another night. Sorry to cut you off.
Will do.
I'm getting angsty here. Visit our website, www.playitbyearpodcast.com, and register for updates and purchase some merch. Our store is open.
Yes, it is.
It is open for business, baby.
Business.
Fine t-shirts and math, if you will.
We're in the business to do business.
Maybe we can see our shirt and or mask sales climb during the podcast here tonight.
Yeah, maybe so.
We are going to go with a subtle, non-in-your-face approach, but here it goes. Please buy our shirts, buy our stuff. It's cool. If we want you to buy
it. Works for the dogs, right?
If you buy a shirt while you are listening tonight and or watching, you can open up another browser window there and buy a shirt. Make sure you let us know in the comments so we can personally thank you.
Model it for us.
Well, they won't have it. They won't have it tonight if they order it. But
eventually.
Eventually, yes.
Eventually.
Yes, but go to the website. It's right there, front and center. Link to our store. Check it out. Welcome to Howard, and I'll go down to Howard's quote here. He does have a gerund telling us what a gerund is. Not Howard, no offense here. Not that I actually give a beep what a gerund is, but thank you for the definition. I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
Well, actually, the beep would be a gerund, wouldn't it?
More importantly, he uses it in a sentence.
It would be. He did.
Yes, the beep would be a sentence. Yeah. Mind
Justin
the beep.
Smith, welcome.
Justin Smith, thank you. Funky like a monkey. You picked up on my American dreamism. Thank you,
Michael in the house. Thank you.
Howard says his wife is purchasing his shirt tonight.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And Miss Wilson, a gerund. Thank you, Miss. Still teaching after all these years. Thank you.
Still teaching after all these years.
Oh, man.
So the beep would have to have an ing at the end of it. So do you hear that beeping?
It can.
Beeping. Beeping.
Yes. No, it has to. To be a gerund, it has to have an ing at the end of it.
Eric, you're reading my mind, I think. Here, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Beep. Beep. Other way, Eric. Other way. Face the other way. Beep.
Ing. Beeping.
Beeping.
You guys are off your collective rockers. I have no idea what the hell you're even talking about.
The electric company, my man.
You've already gone off track.
We're way off the rails already. Brady, quit going off the rails. You're being admonished.
Ignoring people trying to help us by giving us gerund examples.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Thank you to our great earbuds.
We should not forget this now ever again.
No, we shall not.
We've been taught.
It shan't be ever forgotten.
We've sat for the teaching. There's a gerund.
Thank you. Todd, you're first.
I am first, aren't I?
You are.
All right. Let me pull up my. So it's my night to do a list, and I have a kind of a list here, but I'm always hearing these rumors of fast food chains and in different restaurant chains having a secret menu. I've never had the nerve to ask for anything on a secret menu, nor do I know what I would ask for. But I have a list here of some different restaurants and some secret menu items that we can order when we go to visit these restaurants. So if you are listening,
I have a question first. So when you order from the secret menu, do you have to kind of turn your head sideways and go up to the server? I think you have to
slip them a note. I think you have to slip them a note.
Speak outside your mouth.
Or say akadak first. Flintstones reference.
Speaking pig Latin when you order.
First up, KFC secret menu items. I don't know how secret this is, but number one on this list, sides of biscuits and more biscuits. So apparently you can get biscuits as a side, not just in addition to your, not just as an add-on to your, or what do you want to call it? Like it comes with most meals come with a biscuit there, but you can order a side of biscuits.
So you could toss the coleslaw and just have them heap it with biscuits?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you get your complimentary biscuit and you can add extra biscuits.
Yes.
Biscuit.
Complimentary biscuit. Yeah. Biscuit for fish guy.
Biscuit, no slough.
I don't mind a little slaw on my biscuit.
Myself.
I don't mind a little slaw on my biscuit.
Slaw on your biscuit?
Or up again it. Up again it, but not in it. Or a drop of it on top of it, maybe. I don't mind that. There are certain things I don't mind sopping up with a biscuit, and slaw juice is one of them.
We could just stop the podcast now. It's not going to get any better than that.
A drop of it on top of it.
Yeah.
Up again it and none in it.
Front of the shirt, up again it, not in it. Back of the shirt, a drop of it on top of it. All right, so you know how we have the bowls at KFC. So if you find yourself not liking the regular bowl, you can get creative and you can add virtually anything on KFC's menu to the bowl for a unique treat. Here's an example. Try layering your bowl with French fries and covering with gravy, cheese, and of course mashed potatoes and fried chicken.
It's kind of like poutine.
Well, funny you should say that because some U.S. KFCs you can get poutine.
Really?
Yes. Which poutine, if anyone doesn't know, well in their case it would be fries with cheese curds and gravies.
Okay, I want to know where this alleged poutine came from. Because
French Canadian.
Canadian.
Quebecois.
Canadian.
Montreal. Or as Marty Brenneman would say, Montreal.
Montreal. Because he was from Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah. So I'm going to try that one.
From Virginia, North Carolina.
So they would have to have cheese curds, I would guess.
Or at least cheese chunks.
Yeah. Number 4, add mashed potatoes to anything.
I figured that.
Potato. Like a mashed potato.
With the
so
twist.
if you want to add mashed potatoes to a chicken sandwich, you just tell them. They'll do it.
Eric, are you twisting?
I am twisting. Not
like
the Uncle Al twist. The Uncle Al twist. Where you just duck your head and twist like your life depended on it.
Yep.
So you have double down, which is doubling down is when you throw away the bun and you just order. There's a bun, but the bun is made out of fried chicken.
So it's 2 slabs of chicken. And then the stuff in betwixt?
Yeah, or you can triple down. You can add an extra piece of fried chicken, more bacon, more cheese.
Wow, that's more cluck for your buck there.
Yeah.
And thank you, Steve Petrovich. I did not know that Marty was from Portsmouth, Virginia. And I know Steve lives over there in Virginia somewhere right now. So maybe neighbors with Marty's old stomping grounds or something.
The true secret menu would be go to a Kentucky Fried Chicken and order the chicken Illinois fried instead.
And what would that be?
I don't know. Just order it. Insert any state and replace the Kentucky with that state.
Well, Tennessee fried might cause a fight.
Yeah.
So Howard says Bob Evans used to have a secret menu item, BLT and E. The E was a fried egg. They had so many requests for it. It is now not on the secret menu. It is actually on the regular menu.
Bacon, egg, and tomato sandwich. I've switched to Burger King now. Burger King has some secret menu items. Frings. You can get onion rings and fries.
Gus Fring.
I don't know who that is.
Breaking Bad, man.
Never watched it.
Oh, good Lord, man.
What?
Well, we're going to banish you from this show.
I'll take no slack from Brady, who hasn't finished Dexter or Sons of Anarchy.
I finished Sons of Anarchy the day it happened. The day it happened.
The day it happened. Suicide Burger at Burger King. 4 beef patties, 4 slices of cheese, bacon, and special sauce.
4 beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
The Frings thing is awesome, though. Every place should have Frings. If you serve onion rings and fries, you should offer up a duo. Just cut each order in half and combine them.
Cut your Frings.
Gosh, I wouldn't want to know what tater tots and curds would be.
So
you can get a rodeo burger at Burger King. It's basically just onion rings and barbecue sauce on top of your Whopper or your Whopper Jr.
Well, see, I think that was a specialty item at times. I remember them advertising rodeo burger.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Wilson and this is very intriguing. Says when Kelsey was at OU, she went to a Chinese restaurant with one of her Chinese friends, and they ordered the quote-unquote real Chinese food, which was not on the menu.
I've heard of that. My Indian American friends, they when they go to an Indian restaurant, they said sometimes it just automatically the spicier the iteration of the dish was immediately given to them without asking, and they preferred it not be. It was a bit on the firm side, yeah.
Mustard Whopper. Style. Basically, it's a Whopper with mustard on it instead of mayo.
Yeah,
that would make a huge difference. Brady doesn't get to chime in. Brady doesn't get to chime in on condiment references. I would think you would like mustard over mayo. I thought your big hand was with white condiments. No, not you, Eric. Brady.
Oh, Brady.
I know. I don't even like the smell of it. Mustard? Is a very it's a very.
Well, now hold on. You get no condiments on any sandwich, no matter what.
I like salsa.
So I'll side with Todd on this one. I don't think you should chime in on the condiment conversation.
Is salsa a condiment?
It's the #1 selling condiment now. It outsells ketchup.
Salsa is not a condiment.
I don't consider it a condiment, but I can see.
Hey, Amy.
I mean, if you ate it on something, I guess it would be a condiment as opposed to dipping something in it.
I've eaten eaten a salsa burger.
Yeah. Here's Dairy Queen secret menu. #1, Midnight Truffle Blizzard. Ooh.
Sounds
looks delicious. Decadent treat is made up of rich, dark cocoa fudge, DQ's famous vanilla soft serve, and pieces of truffle all blended together to create a chocolatey treat to delight the taste buds.
That is a treat.
You can get a frozen hot chocolate. I don't think that's a secret anymore. I think they have that on the menu. Frozen hot chocolate.
Okay, now back up. A frozen hot chocolate seems to be a bit of a conundrum to me. I mean, is that like the what do they call that thing at the Reds game? The malt. It's not what we called it, but I don't know what the real name of it was. the frozen milkshake thing.
The milk
I won't
shake.
say what we called it.
I'm trying to remember.
It ended in tasty.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, that would get our rating knocked up a notch.
You can get a lavender blue sundae at Dairy Queen. If you're a fan of Dairy Queen's
Dilly
blueberry
dilly.
sundae, try ordering the
Yeah.
lavender blue sundae. Basically, it's just the berry. It's with marshmallow. It's the blueberry sundae with marshmallow. There's another marshmallow surprise here too. The where was it here? The Jack and Jill sundae. It's basically just a sundae topped with a hot fudge sundae topped with marshmallow.
Does
That
it come
sounds actually-
tumbling after?
That seems pretty good.
So Amy says that salsa in her mind is a condiment. She puts
Thank
it on
you,
hot
Amy.
dogs. Now this is her first comment. Or puts it on hot dogs with cream cheese, and she corrected herself. Excuse me, Amy, herself, and not cream cheese, sour cream.
Right.
Sour cream, salsa, and hot dogs. I've never heard of that.
I haven't
No.
either. Do you
I
eat it
think
on a
I'd
bun
try
like regular? I mean, just a regular hot dog on a bun with sour creams and salsa.
Salsa.
Interesting. You should crinkle
Does it
up
have a
some
name?
tortilla chips on that hot dog,
Ooh.
Mhm.
South
Yeah,
of the
that-
border dog.
then shredded cheese.
Is that an Amy Stuckey creation, or does that have a name?
Now, I have a creation. I have my secret menu item at DQ. They should call it the Brady Blizzard, but it is a blizzard with banana chunks, fresh banana chunks, white chocolate chips, a dash of caramel, and graham cracker crust.
Like banana pie.
Those combinations
Yes.
all work. Yeah, yeah.
Quite
Nothing
good.
wrong with,
They
nothing wrong
should
with
name it
that.
after me.
Howard says DQ also has a Saab milkshake, strawberry orange.
Really?
Is he going for SOB or SOB?
You're an SOB if you drink it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Subway? Looks like some of these aren't like even pizza sub. Didn't they used to have that on the menu?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know that they still do.
Well, some Subways still have the pizzas.
Mhm.
I love Subway pizza. It's very good.
I
Very
don't think I've
doughy.
ever had one.
It's good.
Chick-fil-A secret menu items. First off, free ice cream.
What?
What?
No. Not ice cream. It's an ice dream.
Yeah. There's a small price. Kids' toys can supposedly be turned in for a free small ice dream cup.
Well, does that make you a good parent or a bad parent? Like I could see somebody not telling the kid the toy was taken out. Hey, don't tell the kid about the toy. Just give me the ice cream.
You can also get a root beer float at Chick-fil-A. I didn't know that.
Beer float. Howard, you shouldn't call Brady such names as SOB.
Somebody's got to try this one. A chicken quesadilla at Chick-fil-A.
What?
Quesadilla?
Rumor has it. A rumor has it you can order one,
Rumor
a tasty
has it.
delight that combines Chick-fil-A's
Rumor has it.
superb char grilled chicken with everyone's favorite cheese. Yeah, says you can order one. I don't know. We'll have to try that one.
That's interesting.
If anyone is out and about right now and you're near a Chick-fil-A,
I would like to
Most
layer up.
efficient drive-through line ever.
it is.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
one. A blueberry cheesecake milkshake.
Interesting.
At Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. I know they have good milkshakes. You just
Now,
all you do is you purchase a regular vanilla milkshake and a blueberry cheesecake, and you request that they be blended together.
well,
Interesting.
you know what? And I bet, like when they had their Piach milkshakes, that I bet you could do a little bit of, bedazzling of your milkshake, like,
Mint.
man.
Some Chick-fil-A's,
Just
but
me
not all.
mint.
You can take your dog to the drive-thru, and they will give it a treat, a dog biscuit.
One time I was taking my golden doodle, rest his soul, through the drive-through at Dairy Queen, I believe it was, and they gave him a cone.
Really?
Yeah,
Did he enjoy that?
he did. He did. That's when he was going to puppy kindergarten at PetSmart, and that was a great day because there happened to be UC cheerleaders there doing some kind of thing, and they were wooing my
Is
dog.
that why it was a great day, Brady?
That shall remain unspoken.
White Castle secret menu. You can get loaded fries at White Castle.
Now, I'm very interested in this because I worked at White Castle for a time. Maybe
Says-
secret menu items didn't exist back then.
White Castle knows how much you love French fries, bacon, ranch, and cheese sauce, so they decide to mix them all together in this limited time menu offering. This side dish features White Castle's traditional French fries smothered with bacon, ranch, and cheese sauce. I don't know if you can still order or not. Bacon crumbles, just an order of bacon crumbles. I guess to sprinkle on top of your sliders.
I can tell you this. Said effects of said White Castles will occur just by spending enough time in the restaurant. You do not have to consume anything.
It
I'll
would
leave
see
it at
through your
that.
pores.
I'll leave it at that.
Has anybody ever seen the Harold and Kumar? There's
Yes.
something to do with White Castle. There's a movie there.
I have not.
Apparently, you can go and order the Harold and Kumar, which is 30 sliders, 5 French fries, and 4 large cherry Cokes.
Interesting.
So if I
Can you
go up
order-
and say, hey, give me the Harold and Kumar, they'll know what I'm talking about.
So it says.
But I have to say it like this. Give me the Harold and Kumar.
Sweet potato fries with sweet cinnamon sauce. Some alliteration going on there.
Sweet cinnamon sauce. Sounds like something
Sounds like an
from-
exclamation.
Yes.
Sounds like a Wilford Brimley
Great Caesar's
exclamation.
ghost. You're right, Perry. Sweet cinnamon sauce.
Ooh,
Give you diabetes.
surf and turf sliders with cheese. Essentially, it's just you order fish and the beef,
and
fist and the beef.
Burgers?
Yeah,
Which
Yeah,
result-
Whitey Cassell's?
That kind of surf and turf just ends up in a wipeout no matter what happens.
you can get a meat-free cheese slider. What the hell will be the purpose in that?
It ceases to be a slider if there's no meat,
Yeah, just a
in
slab
my
of
opinion.
onion bun and cheese.
Ah,
Brady, here's one I know you're interested in. Chipotle. Sorry, pop up. Fresh cilantro. Exciting.
Oh, shit.
I like my cilantro stale.
I know you can get nachos. Chipotle chips are taken up a notch with the nacho treatment. With a layer of melted cheese, you can add beans, a choice of meat, salsa, and you got yourself a day in the ballpark. So is that not on the menu? Just nachos there?
Well, there's the chips,
Yeah,
but
chips.
it's really not served with the proteins.
You can
and the
get
fixins.
queso. You can get queso with it. So I guess this
Yeah.
is saying you order chips and just tell them to smother them and all that goodness.
Yeah.
Quesadillas are available. They come in 2 sizes. The children are a full size. The children's size is made with 2 soft taco shells, while the full is a normal burrito tortilla folded in half.
See, I would love to argue with them. I'd like to order the children's size one. They're going to give me this little cup. It's like, no, my child is 3'1". It should be the size of my child size.
It's like
You
I
can get-
maintain the fun size is not fun.
That's right. You can get a single taco at Chipotle
As opposed to a married one.
as opposed to,
Wah, wah, wah,
or
wah,
you can get a
wah,
taco
wah,
salad.
wah, wah.
Looks like,
Taco salad.
yeah, which is just
Put
like
a
one of
T
those
on the end of that.
rolls.
Taco salad.
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 Danny D. Claire in the house. Wishing well to your wife. She had a
Thank you, Danny. Good to see you, bud. Red Lobster, extra cheddar biscuits. That's all that matters. They can just stop the list right there. Brady, you made a sound and a face. You don't like cheddar biscuits at Red
no,
Lobster?
I like them. I'm going to put it as one of those overrated food items. I know that there's people that live and die by the Red Lobster cheddar biscuits, and they're okay. But give me an O'Charlie biscuit or
Well,
an O'Charlie roll anytime.
I
just
actually-
prefer-
I agree with you somewhat. I prefer Ruby Tuesday's little cheddar garlic biscuit thing or things they have
Yeah.
there. I don't know what they are. They're not really biscuits. They're just little
Right.
bread discs.
bread disc.
Howard says Kumar runs a White Castle and a 7-Eleven.
You can get onion strings appetizer at Red Lobster. Who doesn't have onion strings these days? You got to have kitchen chips and onion strings to be a restaurant these days, it seems.
And I don't get the name kitchen chips. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. I mean, what?
Does that imply that they're made in the kitchen instead of in a bag?
I guess.
That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming they mean they're not your run-of-the-mill Hers or Lay's.
Hers.
It's
not
just
his. Hers.
There are some other restaurants, but not anything real close to where. Speaking of Olive Garden, here's an Olive Garden one. What do they have on here? Anything fun? Olive Garden, my biggest complaint with Olive Garden is they change their menu so often. Every time I go and I like something, I go back and it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing real exciting there. We should just start asking. I can't imagine if you were to make any combination of foods that were available at a restaurant, I would think they would have to go along with it.
I would think. Customer's always right, correct?
Unless it involves ice cream at McDonald's, and then you're shit out of luck.
Oh, well, because that machine's always being cleaned.
I had an order, and I was probably about in 7th grade, and I was visiting my sister at Ohio State, and there was a sub shop called Tommy's. And I was looking at the menu, and I kind of combined something, and I will still get this from time to time, but I'll never forget what the dude told me. But anyway, it was a ham and cheese sub, but I asked them to add meatballs. So it was a ham, cheese, and meatball. And the guy looked at me, he's like, "Are you pregnant?" And here I am, 7th grade, and I'm like,
that is an odd combination, though, because meatballs usually isn't accompanied by a sauce, and ham is not. So did you still want the sauce? The ball sauce?
The sauce became my condiment.
Yeah. What was the name of the place?
Tommy's. It was just an independent, it was
was the ad we really want some Tommy's.
Kicking it old school there. Was that episode 1 or episode 2?
It was in the first 4 or so, I guess.
Yeah. The old Donato's jingle.
Welcome to Joni Smith. Says we're making her hungry with all this food talk. And Anne telling her youngest Allie that who we are, me and Brady, a blast from the past. Not the too far distant past. I mean, we're not that old, are we?
Yes,
we are.
I'm curious what you are telling. Anne, are you guys watching us like together at the moment as a like family entertainment?
Yeah. Yes, we are TV 14, so you can.
Yes.
Danny Declare says a secret item: Big Mac, double cheese Big Mac way. So, how's that said? Is that like big? I would like my Big Mac way, or Big Mac way. Big Mac way.
So what is this now? Double cheese Big Mac way.
Ranger Dan.
It's like a baby Big Mac.
As
a little Mac.
A mini Mac. Miss Wilson, Tommy's was a go-to place for takeout lunch when I was a student. Taught at Indianola Junior High.
Yes. It was. I could still see the sign or see the building in my head. It was very distinct. I get Big Mac sauce with fries.
Yeah, Josh
says Josh Michael.
Big Mac sauce with fries. They
Interesting.
shared the sauce other than on the Big Mac.
We know Eric loves the Big Mac.
Well, how? That's a whole other. Listen to one of our earlier episodes. Is that where intestinal distress made?
That is where intestinal distress made its debut.
In
the wall.
I've probably said this before, but I eat one Big Mac a year. Just one. I don't
one Big Mac in 30 years. So
I don't particularly like them. I don't like the salad dressing that's on them.
Secret sauce, special sauce. Wait a minute.
Thousand Island salad dressing.
Patty special sauce.
Yeah.
So I didn't think they gave it out by itself. Otherwise, someone may crack the code of the secret sauce, special sauce. But I hear it's Thousand Island dressing and ketchup. I think mixed together, something like that.
McDowell's made a run with it.
McDonald's.
It tastes just exactly like regular Thousand Island dressing. So
McDonald's has the golden arches. I have the golden arcs.
the ratio is off if it's got catsup in it. Catsup or ketchup? Fancy
I don't know.
catsup?
I think McDonald's has ketchup.
They all do.
Look
I
at
don't
their
think
little packets.
I don't think anyone has catsup anymore.
Well, because they're not fancy.
No fanciness.
Catsup is fancy. All right, and Joni, along with me, she did the pukey face with the Big Mac. I agree, Joni. I haven't eaten one in 30 years. You can, Joni, if you listen to one of our previous episodes, I can't remember which one.
I believe it was 4 bucket of queeze.
Yeah, bucket of queeze, whichever.
So you haven't had one in 30 years.
I have not had one in 30. Well, no, I'll take that back. I have had one in 30 years, and it didn't have the effect on me, but it was hard to stomach.
PTSD.
I don't know where this connection, but when you said that, it reminded me of you guys know that I follow TV Scott Baio on Twitter, and I like to consider us buddies. And anyway, he tweeted the other day that he hasn't had a cup of coffee his entire life. He's 60 years old, never had a cup of coffee.
I've had probably one or two.
That blows my mind.
I've never had a cup. I've had a sip.
Really?
I don't like it.
I'm not old enough to drink coffee. My taste buds aren't dead enough yet. Is that what you're drinking there? And your best is what does that say? Best dad
tea. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drinking
somewhere
sweet tea. Sweet.
The
best
man,
dad.
the myth, the legend. All right. So,
even though it is a red solo cup, I promise there's no adult beverage in there.
You're allowed to have adult beverages, Brady. You're over 21.
Yes, Ann had to show her daughter or fellow band members from high school way back when I had my last Big Mac.
That'd be about right.
Yeah,
that would be about right.
All right, good first topic. I want to remind you again here before we start topic number 2, visit our website. Our merch store is open.
I would like to throw in one final secret. I think I brought this up on an earlier episode, but we have a lot of new and different listeners now. So little heads up. You can go to Frisch's. If you're like me and you don't appreciate the cake to ice cream ratio of hot fudge cake,
abomination of a hot fudge cake. Go ahead.
You can go to Frisch's and order just the reverse. You can have 2 slabs of ice cream with cake in the middle. But make sure when they serve it to you, they bring it in a bowl or it'll slide all over the damn plate.
Well,
because there's nothing, there's no tackiness.
Hot fudge on it, and the ice cream melts, and it turns into a gooey, just sea
of sludge.
Sludge. Yes, that's a good word. With little droplets of.
Only if you're milking it, you don't wait that long to eat it. You eat it up.
You'll get a headache.
But a headache.
That thing.
But the shape, the ice cream and the cake have to come in just pre-made, where you can just unwrap them and flop them on the plate because they're the exact shape. So all you do is, again, you get 2 of the white ice cream squares and put them on the outside of the cake.
I believe the ice creams are just Eskimo pies without the chocolate.
Without the chocolate. But I guarantee you somebody appreciate that because I prefer more ice cream than cake.
No, I don't disagree with that.
I
like
I'm with you.
2 slabs of ice cream in the middle. and
that would be better. Yeah. But which they could probably do that. You should try that next time. Now I went to, after doing this at a half a dozen different Frisch's. After trying this at multiple Frisch's, I went to one and they told me they couldn't do it.
Par Frisch.
I said, "The hell you say?" and I forced them to.
The customer's always right.
Customer's always right. Yes.
All right. Once again,
the line from Clerks, Mallrats. Excuse me, where Ben Affleck in Mallrats famously utters, "The customer's always a blank hole."
Well, yeah.
No, I'm
my favorite movies.
I'm never that in a restaurant.
Yeah. You get nice qualification there, in a restaurant.
Restaurant.
Okay, again, visit our website, www.playbyyourpodcast.com. register on the front page at the bottom there. Give us your email address. We'll send you out updates on the show. Also, visit our store. The link is right at the top in the middle. And you can check out our merchandise for merchandise.
We do not have OnlyFans accounts yet.
No, we do not.
Yes. Please buy a T-shirt or a mask. They would make great Christmas presents. And Eric, one thing you might want to throw out there is our Christmas store is only open 10 more days, I believe. 10 more days.
We have to run these things in short campaigns. So
yeah.
10 more days to get the delivery, hopefully by Christmas there.
Yeah.
Multiple shirt colors.
Yeah, there's 2 different shirts. You have the standard heavyweight tee, and then you have the
premium tee.
Premium tee, which is the soft blend, like but the colors are different for each one. And then we have masks with our logo and website address.
The FDA will not approve us saying that our awesomeness will keep the Rona from infecting you, but
you'll be as safe as an earbud can be.
That's right.
All right.
That mask could help out if you're ordering off the secret menu at White Castle.
Yes.
It could help out for the car ride home.
Is that Brian has a suggestion for our store? Play it by ear. The flamethrower. That's what we should sell.
The bag of glass. the classic Saturday Night Live. Play by ear bag of glass.
Welcome, Ryan Mountjoy. All right, Brady. Your turn.
Okay. So we are going to dabble into the movies, but a special kind of movie. What we are going to be discussing is our favorite movie franchises. This has been bandied about on social media a bit. So let me define movie franchise. It has to be a movie where there is at least 3 installments. So
that rule automatically, I did not gel with that rule because that took away 2 of my tops, Grease and Breaking. No Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo, or Grease 2 because there was no 3rd installment. So thanks a lot, Brady.
It affected me. Now, for real, being totally legit.
No, so was I.
National Treasure. There was only 2 of them.
Great movies.
And,
yes.
Yeah, those were 2 good ones.
So I have to give this, Brady, I have to give this comment before you go on. Danny asked if your OnlyFans collection is a collection of handles from your day.
It is.
Scantily clad handles.
And I'll be striking the pose. So, so we're going to be discussing movie franchises. They could be comedy, they could be action, they could be horror. They could be multiple different things. What's going to be interesting, we're all going to have our favorites. We're going to have our list. And we're going to have those ones that were close, didn't quite make the list. But then we're going to have what's called our griping list that, hey, is this a franchise or not? But I'm going to save that for the end.
Franchise.
So I'm going to kick it over to my right on the screen. I'm going to put Eric on the spot. Well, actually, let's all give our.
Can I give a suggestion here?
Interject. Suggest away.
So, how many are we putting on our list? I know we had a preliminary conversation as to how I've got 6 on my list. I've ranked them, but you tell me. I mean, if we're going on a certain number list, I think we all should go my 5th, my 3rd, blah, blah, blah.
Let's do that.
I have 10, but mine aren't ranked.
Okay.
In the preliminary, I was only told the topic. I wasn't told a ranking.
Try your bestest to start at 5. Let's do 5. We can do 5.
We'll do 5.
So you might have to do a little scrambling. We are playing it by ear. So we're going to put a little bit of self-discipline and you have to whittle that list down. And just to make things easy, I'll go ahead and give you my 5th one. This is number 5. And it is the Indiana Jones franchise. It is my number 5.
Indiana Jones.
And it is, and it would have been higher, except I think its reputation got tarnished a little bit by the Crystal Skulls installment. But the first 3 are excellent. The first one being my personal favorite, and then The Last Crusade being my second favorite, and Temple of Doom, the short round over under kind of sullied it in my eyes. The child foil, or if you will, which is the live action, equivalent of Snarf on Thundercats. But anyway, so Indiana Jones would be my number 5.
Okay, so and Todd, since you haven't ranked it, I'll go next. So if you want to
go ahead,
consider.
I was wondering if we could also kind of cross-check our list. Like first thing first, did you have that on your list anywhere, Eric? Indiana Jones?
I did not.
I did not either.
And the reason is, and I just kind of took this upon myself because, hey, we play it by ear.
Yeah.
I only took franchises that I've seen all the movies of.
So you put your own self-discipline on yourself.
Yes, I did. I mean, there are obviously many others where I've seen 1 or 2 of the 3 or more, but haven't seen all of the movies in the franchise. So my list of 6 would be only the ones I've seen all of them.
I kind of did that, although there are a couple where there are tons of the movies in the franchise, and I think if you see enough of them, and I'll give you an example here when it comes to me, if you've seen enough of them, I think you could still get by with not seeing all of them. But I agree, there needs to be some discipline there. If I've seen 1 out of 7 movies, then I don't think I can talk of it,
Like Star Wars is not on my list because I've only seen 1 and had no desire to see any others. But obviously, I've seen only 1 of however many there are because for whatever reason it started on number 4 and then went backwards and forwards, and I don't even know. But so that's probably sacrilege to someone out here.
Man, people get death threats for that kind of stuff, Eric.
I know. I got to watch myself. All right, my number 5 is the Rocky franchise.
Oh, interesting. Good.
Rocky. Rocky, obviously the formula was the same in all the Rocky movies, probably say Rocky Balboa there at the end. However, I think the formula worked. It worked very well in the 80s where we were, hey, America, they were wearing red, white, and blue trunks and everything. I mean, it was a very wholesome American franchise. And I enjoyed it.
No, I've got to ask you.
It's like a Boston album. If you like one song, you like
exactly. Yeah. I sent my brother a text here, I don't know, a couple weeks back, and I said, which by the way, this is a little plug for them, but the new AC/DC album is fantastic. And it really is, by the way. So go check out the new AC/DC album. It's probably their best album in 30 years. Anyway, my brother texts back. He says, "Doesn't it sound like every other AC/DC song?" I'm like, "Well, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what you want. Why would you want to buy an AC/DC album and have it not sound like AC/DC?" So I get what you're saying, Eric.
Welcome to Mr. Brewer, late to the party. What does the principal get disciplined when he's late to class? Talk to him tomorrow, Brady.
I also had Rocky, Eric. Again, mine were unranked, but I had Rocky. That was one of the ones I was talking about. I have not seen Creed or Creed 2 Electric Boogaloo. But I've seen, I think I've seen enough of the Rockies. I've seen every other Rocky. I think that's enough of them to weigh in on it. And I agree. It's a top 5 for me.
I want to, now this is where I get in trouble with, movie aficionados. I know that the first Rocky is the one that, got all the acclaim and Talia Shire won a Academy Award for, but sorry, man, Rocky 3 and 4 is where it's at for me. Give me Thunder Lips and give me Drago.
I don't disagree with that.
Thunder Lips.
So sorry.
I don't sweat you.
Hulk Hogan's finest hour right there.
So,
all right, Brady.
Again, I had Rocky on my list. One that I'm going to put in I'll just do a top 5. I won't get specific with my ranking, but I will do a top 5, and I'm going to go with Jaws. Jaws. And the first 2 Jaws obviously are classics. I think most would agree. I particularly like Jaws 3D, the third one, and I think Jaws: The Revenge was a pretty good movie.
Jaws 3D. What comes to my mind is the old, like the spirit and all the cheesy, like, here, do you want this? Wait a minute. I don't know if I can do it in the camera. Do you want this pair of scissors right here?
Nothing
And,
like seeing those teeth floating towards you at the end. But seriously though, when you think of Jaws, there's very few movies that have the effect on just the public that Jaws had on people, and I think for that alone, it deserves to be in the top as far as franchises. And again, first two, no one will argue with how great those are. 3 and 4, some people kind of brush them off, but I say this about what's my famous quote. I say famous, but only famous amongst us. My quote about Grease 2 is that if there were no Grease 1, Grease 2 would have been it would have been a hit. I think Jaws: The Revenge, had it been earlier in the, obviously it couldn't because of the way the story went, but I think it's a good movie. I think it was just so many years had gone by, it had gotten cheesy by then to a lot of people. But
I think they made a mistake by calling it Jaws: Revenge because, spoiler alert, the shark dies. Unless it's the shark's unless it's a relative. Jaws, Uncle Bob. Yeah.
If that's the case, then there couldn't have been a Jaws 2 because the shark dies in each one of them.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have been the revenge. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
that would imply emotional.
Spoiler alert. Put your fingers in your ears if you've never seen Jaws: The Revenge. The reason it's called The Revenge is because the relative of Jaws chases down the youngest son and kills, and that's because the youngest son gets killed, and then the oldest son, he chases him to Jamaica.
See,
why it's revenge.
A shark can't chase you if you stay out of the water.
Eric, I agree with that. But my point is, I was explaining to Brady why it's called The Revenge because, First off, Jaws killed the dad. She explains, and he has a heart attack because he's so worked up over the fighting the shark for years, and then it kills the youngest son, and then so it's kind of revenge with the shark and the oldest son trying to kill the shark.
Okay, so the revenge factor is the human factor. It's not both. The shark.
No, it's both because the shark got revenge by killing the youngest son, and then the oldest son gets revenge by going to try to kill the shark that killed his younger brother.
Okay. I love the movies, but I always just thought that was the
shark had an affective disorder.
But I thought the one thing that I thought though that I thought took some cojones by the writers of that movie is everybody the beloved little boy from the first couple movies. I can't think of the kids' names, but the youngest son, from the first two movies, that they kill him off. Obviously, he's an adult when they do it, but I thought that took some nerve.
That's why they kill him off. You can't kill off a little kid, but you certainly can kill off an adult.
Yeah. That's not true. They had a kid die in the first one.
Oh, yeah. Chomped.
Which is, again, another reason why it was groundbreaking at the time. I mean, just...
Joe says he needs a bigger speaker for this conversation.
We're going to need a bigger speaker. I still don't think he sounds like that, but I always have to say it that way.
No, he sounds nothing like that.
Yeah.
No.
So I'll go with my number 4, and I am going to go with Rambo. I went back and forth on this one, and just trying to squeeze it, but Rambo.
The meanest rapping machine, Rambo. I'm coming to get you. Now, who's the rapping dude thinking he's so patriotic? Da-ha sounds pretty idiotic. Don't you think that sounds stupid?
Oh, we're reeling off the rails here.
Sorry. Go ahead, Brady.
Oh, that's okay. Because First Blood, of course, is the first Rambo, and then there was the sequels. It's one of those things where they kind of flip the script. Where I think Rambo is kind of it. It's really difficult to reconcile all he did in that first one, and then how he transforms to the superheroic, not the anti-hero, but just the flat-out hero. Because it was such a popular character. But the Rambo movies are good. And they are just a piece of 80s awesomeness. Kick some commie butt. And so love it. Love it, Rambo.
It was on my list as well. But I would also put Rambo in another category, and that is maybe one of the few franchises where a lot of people didn't see the first one but saw Rambo. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to that never saw First Blood. They just picked it up with Rambo. First Blood's my favorite one. I think it's the best one.
And I hope this doesn't infringe on anybody's list, but I feel the same way about the Mad Max movies. Because Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome, that's number 2 and 3. Not many people saw the original Mad Max.
if Brian Dennehy would have left John Rambo alone, we wouldn't have had the other movies. Brian Dennehy was an asshole in every movie he ever played.
He wasn't in Tommy Boy.
Yeah,
True.
Tommy Boy. He was a
True.
jovial fellow in Tommy Boy till he
True.
had his heart attack.
He was.
Wasn't he in Cocoon? Was Brian Dennehy in Cocoon?
Cocoon? No. Wilford Brimley.
I
was
know
in
Wilford
Cocoon.
Brimley and his Brimleys were there, but I was thinking Brian Dennehy was there.
You didn't see Wilford's Brimleys in that movie, did you?
Nor did
In
we
the
see
swimming
Jessica's
pool?
Candies.
Who was the other old guy in that movie? Since there was only one other old guy.
Oh, it was the guy from Trading Places. What's his name?
Was Jason Robards in that movie?
No,
You sure?
I'm sure.
I'll have to go back and check
Don
it out
Amici. Don Amici.
Yes.
Yes.
Howard McClane says Stallone has more lines in First Blood than he does in the next 2 installments.
Really?
Because I know a lot of his
It's true, Kyle.
Yeah.
A lot of his dialogue was just him, blasting out the machine gun going was his dialogue.
But you
All
had
Frank Rambo wanted was a sandwich. Said
but you
Kyle
had the
Kinney.
classic scene of him grabbing the radio mic and squeezing it and doing the "I'm coming to get you." That was the greatest line. But the everybody had a Rambo knife too back in the day, where you had in
case you had to stitch yourself up.
Yeah, and it had some fishing line in it and a hook or two, and then
Make a putty stick.
A compass.
A compass.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Howard says he was theater manager in Moorhead when the second Rambo came out. Dang rednecks almost tore the place apart.
Hell yeah. Could have been worse. You could have been working when Red Dawn came out.
Oh, we better speed this bad boy up.
Yeah.
All right, looking for my number 4 here. My number 4 is Batman.
Hang on.
Batman.
Which Batman?
The
What's a
franchise
franchise?
Batman.
See, I separated. I have the Dark Knight as a separate franchise, the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, which is amazing.
But
Well, I consulted some lists, and several of the lists that I consulted took Batman as a franchise, one franchise from the 1966 motion picture Batman,
With
all
the
the way
shark
up to
repellent.
yeah.
see,
Shark
which I
repellent.
could see that. That's why I was wanting to check but I would almost say that doing that weakens it.
Well, I mean, it's certainly different campiness levels, that's for sure.
So, do you even add Affleck's Batman?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's part of the franchise.
and I guess I'll say I respect the Batman franchise because, again, you have campy Batman in 1966. You have I never would have dreamed that first Batman movie would have worked with Michael Keaton as Batman. That never occurred to me that he could play that role.
Batman.
No,
He was
No.
great though, much better
He
than
was
Val
great.
Kilmer.
well, Val Kilmer wasn't bad.
No,
Yeah. There was only one of those that it just didn't age well with me. It was the one that George Clooney was in with.
Clooney. Clooney's no
yeah.
Batman.
I did not care for that one.
Yeah, Affleck was a better Batman than Clooney was.
Clooney's best role was as Roseanne's boss on Roseanne.
So I'm
Or
kind of
George
curious.
on
to see
Facts of Life.
Yeah, what
How,
was his name in Roseanne? I can't remember what his name was in Roseanne.
Probably George. I think he was
I think it
George
might-
in every role he had until
Edward from Twilight's going to be the new Batman.
I saw that. Yeah.
now. Our resident Batman expert Howard says the '66 Batman movie is a cousin of the Clooney Batman movie.
It is.
I
I
did not know
totally
that.
agree with that.
Did not know that. All right,
Um,
Todd,
Yes.
number 4.
I just saw that Howard said he was working during. I'm assuming he said because he says I was Todd, so I'm assuming he was working during Red Dawn. So were there any teenage boys yelling out Wolverines throughout the movie, Howard?
Wolverine! I'm sure there were.
I still to this day, whenever I see a chopper or a plane in the sky, I say, "Is it ours? Is it ours?"
Dude, I so did that. We have at North Adams Elementary, there is the CareFlight copter thing right across the street, and I've lost track of the amount of times that I've said that.
Yeah, I say it, people just stare at me like they
I'm
stare at me.
daft.
Like they usually stare at
Which
you.
reminds me of back to the Rambo, one of my favorite lines from Rambo that I swear this is what he says. But if you read the dialogue from it, it's not what he's. Anyway, I hear what you call hell, he goes home is what I hear. But I think what he says is what you call hell, he calls home. But I always say what you call hell, he goes home, which doesn't make much sense. But that's when Richard Crenna, when they think they've blown him up, Richard Crenna sees the smoke coming up off of the brush and knows that he's alive down there.
Yep.
Thank you, Howard.
A TV show in the 80s where Richard Crenna played Helen Hunt's dad. My first Helen Hunt exposure.
I always had a huge crush on Helen Hunt.
Oh yeah, Helen Hunt. Yeah.
All right, on my list, I had The Dark Knight, so I'm not going to use that one because that can just be crammed in with the Batmans. Although I think The Dark Knight is easily the best three. I'm going to go with the Vacation movies. Starting with Vacation and ending with Vacation, the 2015 Vacation where Ed Helms plays Rusty, an adult, grown Rusty. But anyway, the first three you can't beat. You have Vacation, you have European Vacation, and then you have the Christmas staple, Christmas Vacation, which I'm sure is probably the biggest of the three of the franchise.
Don't forget Vegas Vacation.
Yeah, Vegas was next, and then not remake, but the 2015 Vacation. But there are just some Chevy Chase in his day was, I don't know, untouchable. He was at the top of his game. He's a nutcase now, but
yeah, he kind of was then.
Push through, boys. Yeah, push through. Go ahead, Brady.
Oh, Chevy Chase had a problem with the nose candy, and which made him difficult to work with. But
and he did too many pratfalls too.
Yeah.
Funny Farm, underrated movie.
Indeed.
And Vacation was one that almost made my list. It was on my periphery, so it almost went. It went what? But it almost made it onto the top 5. The original is obviously my favorite.
You like that better than Christmas Vacation?
Yeah, I do. It's just oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. There's just parts of that is just unforgettable.
I assume you mean the Christy Brinkley parts.
I've had some crazy nights, and then every time I hear that, there better be a Ferrari popping into my rearview mirror. So I love it. I love it so. But solid choice there, the Vacation. Now it gets kind of difficult for me to winnow these out. The next one on my number 3 was the Die Hard franchise. The first one is obviously, great. The second one was so exciting. When we joke about movies being too exciting, it was one of those first movies that was really too exciting, but I still love it. And then, all the Die Hard offerings have been pretty solid.
I prefer the third one.
Is that the one, the Justin Long one? The Samuel L.
No. With a Vengeance.
That was
was the third one.
The third one was
Die Hard and Hal.
I can't think about what.
No, Die Hard with a Vengeance was the third one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one with Justin Long was not that one though.
Yeah.
That would have been the fourth one.
That was like Die Hard Again or something, or
Die Harder.
Die
Harder. There was a Die Harder, wasn't there?
Yeah. Die Hard was my number 1, so I'll just throw that out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Which one was?
Die Hard was my number 1.
Your number 1 franchise?
Yeah.
That surprises me. I thought, I don't know why I didn't think that would make your guys' list.
Well, those are my least favorite kind of movies.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. But so sorry, Eric. I would have given a little bit of a heads up, but I didn't see that one coming.
You're fine.
I would give it's. I won't say it because it might be on you guys' list. I'll wait till this topic's over. Go ahead, Brady. Or Eric?
It's Eric.
Is it me now? 3? Is that what we're looking at? Well, since I've already given my number 1, that's fine. Number 3, the Jack Ryan series of movies.
Ooh.
So again, you kind of have a split franchise there as well, because you start with Jack Ryan in the quote-unquote current time, and then you kind of go into Jack Ryan's past later.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm partial to the first 3, which and again you very rarely find actors like Harrison Ford who were part of so many outstanding franchises. I mean, you got the Jack Ryan franchise, you got Star Wars, you got Indiana Jones. I mean, he was the man for a long time.
He was.
So yeah.
Wasn't he a carpenter on the set of the movie sets? He was a carpenter or something and got his chance.
Well, he started American Graffiti, I think, was his first.
Yeah.
And I think he started out like some as a carpenter or something.
Yeah, I think he was like a set hand or whatever you would call them.
Yeah.
I mean, just which is awesome.
What about Alec Baldwin as Jack Ryan in Hunt for Red October?
Yeah. I hesitate to even count that in the franchise, to be honest.
Really? Hunt for Red October is a great movie, but that's before we knew that.
Well, but Harrison Ford took that role to another level, in my opinion.
Other than
the
Beetlejuice,
movie itself was good.
Other than Beetlejuice, I have no use for Alec Baldwin's movies.
Hunt for Red October and Beetlejuice are my acceptable Alec Baldwin. I can tolerate him, but Hunt for Red October is a pretty darn good commie bustin' awesome movie.
Speaking of which, rest in peace, Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Sean. I say
Sean. Is it my turn for my third one?
It is.
I'm going Austin Powers with this one.
Nice.
Started out obviously with International Man of Mystery, Spy Who Shagged Me, and then Goldmember. All very solid. That franchise did what most franchises do not. It did not. It probably got stronger. It could. I mean, I could almost argue it got stronger. I think Goldmember was just as strong as the first one. Just as funny. Maybe not as good a movie, but it was just as funny.
Yeah.
Ryan Mountjoy asking, where can I get some damn bait?
But
Miss Wilson, Live Free and Die Hard. That was the fourth one. That's right.
Oh yeah,
with Justin Long.
Yes. Howard, Mission Impossible movies. I don't know if that's in anyone's list, but yeah, that's what he's put out there. And I guess we can hold on to see if that's in anyone's list.
Yeah. I have a hard time watching Tom Cruise anymore because he's so bat poop crazy. But the first couple, the Mission Impossible is pretty darn good. It's solid. Was Mission Impossible on your list, Todd?
No.
Yep.
Least favorite kind of movies.
Yep. Well, I'm going to upset Todd some more with my number 2. Or did you give your number 3 yet?
Yeah,
Todd.
I did. It was the Austin Powers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mine is, and Eric, I'm treading carefully here. So, Lethal Weapon.
Can I say that's? I was going to say earlier when you were talking about the Die Hards, I would put Lethal Weapon over the Die Hard. So I'm glad it's not on my list, but I'm glad you brought it up. 3 is my favorite.
And they were all good. They stuck to it pretty well.
One line for that whole series, and it's not
ready, Eric.
Diplomatic immunity.
Yes.
It's been revoked.
Back
when South Africa was a bad guy.
Yes. So there was my number 2 is the Lethal Weapon series.
All right.
Still pretty partial to the first one.
Oh yeah.
Gary Busey is Mr. Joshua.
Yes.
Buddy Holly Stories, Gary Busey.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, my number 2. Back to the Future.
Oh. Total oversight on my part.
Yeah. And again, the beauty of course, this is outside the story of the movies, but the beauty of having shot 2 and 3 at the same time, and obviously releasing them at different times, but the fact that they were shot at the same time, and that you guys were talking about Jaws 3D, that's what I think of when I think of Jaws 3D, in 2 when he's in the town square and by the movie theater, and that hologram of the shark comes out, and you remember that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I do remember. Yep, I do.
That's what I think of when I think of Jaws 3D,
Solid,
which has
man.
nothing to do with Jaws 3D. But
Yeah, good movies. I thought about putting those on my list.
Oversight on my part.
Yeah, me as well. Like I said, I thought about it and then I kind of lost track. But I have, and again, mine were not in order, so I'm just putting any 5. The Scream franchise, and I kind of put it with the same as Jaws. The Scream franchise was it changed. Very very important pop culture addition to movies. I don't really have the word. I never really planned what I was going to say about it, but I just it changed something. It was kind of the first of that.
Do you like scary movies?
Yeah. But anyway, and again, they got weaker as they went on, definitely. But the first 2 were great.
Never happened to Neve Campbell.
She was on. The last thing I saw her on was House of Cards, Netflix political show before. What's his name?
Messed it all up.
Howard asked who picked the Back to the future franchise. I did.
Back to the Future franchise. Back to the franchise.
Back to the franchise. Yeah. I did. Number 2 for me.
Okay.
The other 2 had it on their list.
So I guess it's to my number 1.
It is.
Star Wars. It's such a big, important part of my childhood. And, fell in love with it when I was 6 years old. And, there's been some good times and there's been some bad times. There's, I would like to forget Jar Jar Binks and wish he never existed. But, but basically, what it changed the world. It really did. And such an important part of pop culture. And like I said, in my youth, I still have my toys. So not a lot I could say about it. Just Star Wars is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't have it on my list, but it could have been. I left off because I knew you would have it on yours.
Yeah.
I just, I didn't, we both didn't need to cover it.
All right, Todd, did you give your number 1? Oh,
no, it's your turn.
I already gave my number 1. I gave my number 1's Die Hard.
Well, right.
So my number 1, if I have to rank them in order, is The Godfather. The first 2 are absolutely fantastic. I usually put them on my top 5 movies, greatest movies ever. And I actually think the third one was good. I think it gets a bad rep. It's again, if it would have been the second one, I think it would have been. Sometimes it's just the order that they happen in. But the Godfather series.
I think we did a pretty solid job. I don't think there's any clunkers.
No,
in the mix.
I had the ones that I left off that I didn't share. Police Academy.
Police Academy, yeah. So Kyle comes in with one that I thought for sure one of you 2 would have, but I
it
forgot
was
Todd
number
like those
6.
movies. Yeah, Bond, James Bond.
Can I tell you why I didn't make my list? Because there's a couple I haven't seen. Now my sister will. I think my sister's a huge Bond fan. She has them all on DVD. So we came from a James Bond family. So I barely missed my list.
And Howard comes in with Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Star
Eric,
Wars,
have you ever watched a Star Trek?
I have watched one Star Trek. I've watched as many Star Treks as I've watched Star Wars.
Yeah.
I also had, besides Police Academy, which I figured those are classics, but I had the Scary Movie franchise again. Early first 2 Scary Movies were fantastic. Matter of fact, if it weren't for the Scream movies, those movies probably wouldn't have been able to be as good. And the Fockers series, Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers. Those were on my list. So anything you want to run down on your list quickly to round it out?
This is what I struggle with because I don't know if it's a franchise or not, but it would be on my list if it is considered a franchise. And I'm going to call it the View Askew universe. It's the Kevin Smith. It would be the Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob, Chasing Amy.
That was on the list.
The continuum where they're related, but not, if it's argued if they're a franchise or not.
Well, the list I saw had a name for the franchise, and I can't remember what the name was. And
the Askew universe.
Yes, That's it.
The View Askew, View Askew universe, yeah.
Right. All right.
Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Love 'em.
Yeah.
Frankie and Annette movies.
You could throw the classic horror, Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Nightmare on Elm Street. You could throw all those in there as
True.
They're going to make usually some lists.
I have one other on my list. Like I said, I had 6. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yes. I
And
noticed.
again, you have kind of 2 different iterations of that. But
Yeah.
I can't believe. Yeah, I'm sure that some of our listeners are probably wondering why we left off like Avengers and
Lord of the Rings,
the Marvel, Jurassic Park,
Rocky, Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jurassic Park. The Jurassic Park, The Lost, I forget which one it is, where it was a great movie until the T-Rex escaped in San Diego.
Right.
Yeah.
Kyle likes the John Wick franchise as well.
The Matrix. A lot of people are big into the Matrix.
Joe in with Ma and Pa Kettle. Blast from the past there.
How about Crocodile Dundee? There's a.
Is there more than 2?
I think there were 3.
2.
I think there were 3. I don't know.
All right. Good topic number 2.
We should come back and do a worst franchises. Crocodile Dundee probably could have made that, to be honest with you. But
I think Police Academy could have.
What?
Yeah. Campiness wise, worse kind of.
Yes, but the first 3 Police Academies were awesome.
The Russian one was. Yeah, the Russian one was. That was almost jumping the shark.
Was there only 2 airplanes?
Airplanes?
I believe so.
Naked
There's
Guns.
The Flintstones.
Yeah.
Flintstones,
There was
Viva Rock Vegas. Yeah. All right. Good topic.
Yeah.
Is it game time?
Heather came in with Rocky there. Heather Cooper. We talked about Rocky early on. That was my number 5, I believe. All right.
Speaking of that, Eric, you were saying about Harrison Ford being so, involved with so many franchises. Sylvester Stallone. I mean,
correct.
With Rambo and Rocky, 2 of the biggest.
Yeah.
And
Judge Dredd was supposed to be a franchise, but it just didn't take off.
And then you had his greatest hit, Rhinestone.
Yes.
Stop or my mom will shoot again.
All right. Before we get into topic 3, we've spoken of our website, www.playitbyear.com, where our store is open for merch, for perch. So purchase some merch for Christmas. You can also support what we do financially if you go to anchor.fm/playitbyear podcast /support.
If each listener would just give the cost of a cup of coffee a day, it will save us to the arms of the angels.
Speaking of which, we have a couple shout outs. There you go.
There we go. I got it.
Joe
and Christy. I should put Christy on there too.
Yeah,
it came through as Joe, but I'm sure Christy had a hand in all that as well. Thanks to the Rockies for their support. If you're looking to book a vacation,
yes, check out
vacationarchitect.com.
You already had it. I was ready. You already had it. Way to go.
I'm there.
You're there.
I'm the pitch guy, man.
You're right. Pitch it.
And also Jessica Longacre supporting us as well. So thanks to both of you, or all 3 of you, the Rockies and Jessica.
Joe and Christy, I've been hooked on Sweden and Norway and Denmark travel docs lately, like traveling. Can you get me to the Scandinavias?
There we go. Kyle jumps in with the Expendables there at the end of the topic. And Howard says Samuel L. Jackson has been in a lot of movies, the highest grossing movies of all time. That's true.
That's true.
He's not as the main player usually, but he was in Die Hard with a Vengeance. He was in that. Again, several of the largest movie franchises.
Mother crapping snakes on that mother crapping plane.
Yes. Paraphrased. Mother. Blah, blah,
He
blah.
was in the as far as franchise, he was in the Unbreakable. There were 3 of those.
Correct. All right, so we're to topic 3. We are to our game of the night, and it has been since episode 29. since we've done this one, so we'll do it again.
Eric,
And the game is, yes.
do you have Howard's comment there? We should put it up about the T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Danielle just ordered Howard a pink T-shirt.
Thank you.
And again, yeah, thank you. And we tried to put a menagerie of colors out there. Real men wear pink.
That's right.
Very good, Howard.
Thank you very much for the shirt. Everybody else, follow suit. Follow shirt.
And Christy says she can get you there once Europe opens back up.
Yes.
All right. So again, we're back to topic number 3. It has been since episode 29. I look back to kind of try to space these games out a little bit, but trying to see where everything falls. But our game of the evening is Would You Rather.
Oh. Hello. Hello.
So again, we're going to bring our audience in on this, and we're going to let them decide which of the answers here in this game are the quote-unquote correct answers. Again, if you've never played Would You Rather, you basically have 2 scenarios you can choose from. Would you rather do one or the other? And generally, they're both tasteful in some form or fashion, but you choose what you feel is the least distasteful.
I forget. How do we win?
I don't think
you win. You win by vote of the audience. So you get your points by vote of the audience.
Okay.
You guys are going to give your choices here, and we'll let the audience choose to see whose answer is the best. All right. So again, we drew straws backstage out of hermetically sealed envelopes. Todd Griffin, you are first in our game.
I never win the backstage.
You won the backstage.
Yeah, I think you won the first few.
All right, Todd.
We can look it up.
We can. We do have those documents.
Chart it.
All right, Todd.
Yes, sir.
Would you rather? Would you rather get in a water balloon fight where the balloons were filled with sewer water or cat urine? Would you rather get into a water balloon fight where the balloons were filled with sewer water or cat urine?
I would pick both over wet food. Some wet brebs in there and I'm done. But let's see. You know, I'm going to say I would rather be hit by a bag of cat pee than a bag of sewer.
All right. Brady?
Hit that sewer. Yeah, cat pee is one of the most personally offensive odors to me. I could smell it a mile away. Whenever there's a misfortunate occasion where one of my students, like their book bag or something, has been sprayed by their feline friend, I could usually tell, when they walk down the hallway and it hits me in the face like a brick. So definitely I could deal with the sewer. Wouldn't be great, but cat whiz, nope, not feeling it.
See,
so sewer water.
Here's my argument though. I'm assuming if I get hit, did you say the face? Does it matter? Like, did you say anywhere?
A water balloon fight.
Okay.
I imagine it's going to go all over.
Because I'm assuming that sewer water could cause some sickness if it hits me. I don't know that the cat urine, while it would smell unpleasant, and it would definitely not be fun, I don't know that could hurt me.
I mean, sewer water is just disposed of water. It could be food items or it could be feces, but the cat whiz.
But what's swimming around in that sewer water?
Microbes.
Exactly.
Amoebae.
I'm assuming cat pee is sterile. I'm sure. It's like rubbing.
Well,
alcohol.
human urine is sterile until it hits the air.
True. I don't know if cat urine is or not, but I'm still going with cat urine. I stick by my answer.
So again, we're going by vote of the audience. Todd says cat urine. Brady says sewer water. Josh goes with sewer. Howard wants to know who signed up to collect the cat urine and fill the balloons with it.
A better man than I.
I was going to say, if Josh is the only vote, Brady's going to win this. So,
come on,
again,
people.
While
Think it
people
through.
while people are looking to vote here, I will give my 2 cents worth of this, which matters not in the scoring, but I'm kind of with Brady. I'll take my chance on the sewer water. I know what's in the cat pee, and it's not pleasant smelling.
All
I'm
right,
sure.
so hang on a minute. So doesn't it matter who the sewer? I mean, like, are we talking like John Goodman after a pot of beef stew sewer water, or are we talking? I mean, are we talking a little tiny
or Garfield on a beer
compact?
bender?
I was going to say. I mean, it kind of depends, right? Are we talking Andre the Giant's porta potty? Or are we talking just? I need more information. But
See, I'm a smell triggered person, so
you have to take these questions and just kind of make your best guesstimate with it. I mean,
I'll say right. So you said you are a smell, but have you never smelled sewer water? It's terrible.
I've smelled sewer water.
No, Brady.
I have.
Here's the thing: cat pee. I'll give you it's bad, but I don't think you could smell cat pee from like across yonder, like across fields.
I can.
Sewer water you can smell for
I can
acres.
smell the neighbor's cat pee from here, and I'm not even out the door yet.
All right. Kyle says cat whiz. Howard says sewer water. Christy says cat urine. So we need a tiebreaker vote here. We've got 2 for cat urine and 2 for. Do I get to be the tiebreaker if there's no tiebreaker vote amongst the audience?
They have 30 seconds to make their preference.
Because you already gave your answer. If you're going to do that, you should give.
I should keep my answer to myself if I'm the president of the Senate here, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
All right, waiting for another vote. We're going to wait for a few more seconds.
He's the president pro. The president pro whiz or the president pro.
All right. Well,
see when you went with the smell thing, that really surprised me then, because I would rank sewer water up there with cat urine as far as stench all day long.
There's just something about cat pee.
Oh, I know it's rancid.
It's rancid.
Oh! We have 2 late votes. We have Joe with cat urine and Miss Wilson with cat urine. So, Todd, I have to go back and reset the scoreboard. Brady with the goose egg.
There may be cat urine in the sewer water.
Well, it's very.
I'm going to hire Sidney Powell to reverse this. Came in late.
Well.
All right.
Okay. Our next question. So this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. We're talking about coffee earlier. Would you rather eat coffee-flavored everything or put jelly beans on everything you eat for a year? Brady?
This is easy. I'll put jelly beans on everything.
Jelly beans on everything.
No.
If I put peanut butter and jelly bean, it'll cover it up. You know
but that's not what it said though. It didn't. You can't put. I mean, you can't. Well, can you choose what you eat? Like, can I only eat jelly beans and things that go with jelly beans?
Yeah. If I mean French onion soup, it's got jelly beans in it. If I mean pizza, it's got jelly beans.
That breaks my up again, but not in it rule big time. I can't do that. I'm going. Everything tastes like coffee.
All right.
Here, so again, if I could say I'm only going to eat jelly bean friendly foods, but if I'm saying I'm eating my normal foods, so I'm eating crab cakes, I don't want jelly beans hidden in my crab cakes. I don't want jelly beans in my chili.
I've had chili flavor. There are chili flavored jelly beans.
Yeah.
And celery flavored ones that could go in your soup.
It's a texture thing as much as anything for me.
Yeah.
I mean, is
celery flavored jelly beans? Is that what you said?
Well, and like the Bernie Boss one, there's like
celery.
The Harry Potter ones, like the booger flavored ones and the vomit flavored ones and
Vomit.
Cat poop
Vomit.
ones.
Yeah, this is interesting. Like I said, because if I'm eating a piece of pizza and it still has the texture of pizza and everything is pizza-esque on it, but it just tastes like coffee, I think I could deal with that. But I couldn't deal with jelly beans being on things that jelly beans should not be touching. I don't want to mix up a ham salad and have jelly beans in it.
Once again, it could be celery flavored jelly beans.
Yes, I think you're playing loosely with the jelly bean rule, man. I'm picturing like classic jelly bean flavors. except for licorice. There you got that has to play into the equation too. Or do you get to throw out the black jelly beans?
Ooh, that is a deal breaker right there. I never thought of that. All right. So, by the way, Brady, I'm going to give you a little bit more of a twist of the knife in the gut. Amber came in with a late vote, also with cat urine.
Amber.
So, Amber,
Amber.
You've been forsaken. All right. So the vote. Brady says jelly beans on everything. Todd says coffee, everything. Vote. Josh says Todd. Howard says Todd. So we'll wait a few more seconds for audience votes.
I am probably in a minority where I don't like. Most people do love their coffee, but I don't.
Yeah.
So that's what colors me.
But I dislike licorice jelly beans more than any other food in the world. So I would have to that alone would take out the jelly bean vote for me.
Cat pee and licorice.
Howard likes.
That'd be a good band name.
It would be.
Yeah, Howard likes the licorice.
That's the follow up to Crimson and Clover. Cat pee and licorice.
Cat pee and licorice.
Meow, meow, meow.
Miss Wilson says coffee.
Coffee.
Kyle says jelly beans.
Coffee flavored jelly beans, Kyle?
Amber says jelly beans. So we are now with
that was a makeup vote.
3-2 for coffee right now. We'll give it a few more seconds before the president of the Senate has to weigh in here. Hopefully the audience can. Joe goes coffee flavored everything. We may not have a tie here. Brady may be down 2-0.
See, but Brady with the jelly bean thing, Brady's breaking his old food rules. Again, this goes back to the up again at no in it. Brady is the one who doesn't like is different foods touching, right?
I'm not seeing it as separate foods touching. I'm considering it part of the like
mixed in?
cheese. Yeah,
mixed in.
Yeah.
Whole or like pureed or the jelly beans were only for a year. Actually, they're both only for a year, Kyle. Coffee flavored everything for a year, or jelly beans for a year on everything. And Christy says jelly beans.
There's a split in the Rocky House.
There is a split in the Rocky House. They must be in different rooms. All right. Well, I don't think the president of the Senate has to weigh in. What I think is Brady is down 2-0 is what I think.
Nice.
So 2-0 is our score. So let's see.
I'm going for back-to-back game wins. I think I won the last game, so this would be the first time.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Todd, is it you?
It is me, but Brady usually comes back in these contests.
Yeah.
Don't call it a comeback.
All right. Todd, would you rather have a peg leg or a hook for a hand?
Whew. Well, I think it would depend on my age. Are we talking right now?
Yes.
I guess right this moment.
Okay. I'm going to go with a hook for a hand. I would rather have a hook for a hand because, and obviously, I mean, this is, while we are, this is made up for us. There are people that deal with these particular things, and the thought of not walking bothers me more than losing the use of one hand. You did say hand, right?
Peg leg, though. Yeah, hook for a hand. You walk with a peg leg, though.
Well, are we talking? Do we mean a peg leg like a pirate peg leg, or are we talking like a state of the art,
like Captain Ahab?
The card just says peg leg. I don't know.
Then I picture a peg leg as in a tobacco stick stuck up my stump. It's about
no. It could be sapele or mahogany or
8 inches shorter than my other leg. That's what I picture a peg leg.
Well, just think of it like a 1970s settee.
If it's like a state of the art Olympic athlete apparatus.
No. Not a prosthetic. It's a peg leg, but properly fitted.
They still always seem shorter than the other leg to me. So I'm going hook.
I think of that Tom and Jerry cartoon
Dicky Bo. Dicky Bo. I'm going peg leg.
Peg leg.
For Pete's sake, I was on crutches for 5 months with I think I could swing a peg leg pretty well, but I couldn't live without my hands. I couldn't play guitar or use the computer or text.
The whalebone peg leg.
The whalebone peg leg.
Just a step above the bull penis peg leg.
I've not seen those in peg legs. I've seen those in canes.
Yeah. If I'm ever on with cane, I want it to be a bull penis cane. Just for conversation.
I'll let that stand as a statement. Brady, Josh says Brady, no restroom visit would be good.
Oh, with a hook, exactly.
Yeah. Todd missing a hand. Aha. I assume she meant Ahab. I don't think she means the.
Take on me, indeed.
Take
on my leg.
Take my leg.
Take it off.
Take it off.
It'll be gone.
Howard says it's a different type of peg. Yeah, that's true. All right, so you both had the same answer. I guess it's my game show, my rules, right?
No, we didn't.
No. Todd said hook.
I said I'd rather have a hook, and Brady said he'd rather have a peg.
Okay, I misunderstood. Okay, well, then Brady is winning this one. Everyone's saying peg leg.
I don't think Mrs. Wilson was a vote for peg leg, was it? He was just telling
you.
Was
she just passing along information?
I mean, she was passing along.
Miss Wilson, was that a vote, a peg leg, or was that just an Ahab?
Could be a whalebone. Could be a whalebone hook too, Mrs. Wilson.
Could very well be.
Could I interest you in a whalebone hook?
Probably more interested in that than bull penis. Amber says leg. Kyle says peg leg. We've broken Todd.
Oh my! I think I won.
My night is done. I've broken Todd. All right, Brady. I believe you have won that one. So say peg leg for the point. So
got a leg up on that one.
So 2-1 is our score. Brady, you're up.
Yeah.
You're up. Yeah.
You're up.
You are next.
Thank you, Todd.
You never even used it.
That's what was funny. You didn't see that one coming.
Thank you, Brady. Use it for no reason.
All right.
Here's reason.
This
Miss Wilson just clarified she went for the hook. Does that change the?
No.
Okay.
Does not change. Yes, but she does say Ahab had a whalebone peg leg. She would go for the hook.
Yes.
All right, Brady.
Yeah.
This is especially going to be a conundrum for you, I believe.
Oh,
so
God.
I'm glad you're going first.
Would you rather eat mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
Not that big a conundrum. All right, Brady, would you rather never use toilet paper again or wear wrinkled clothes forever?
Ooh. I will go with wrinkled clothes because it comes in and out of vogue, but a crusty and used does not. So I am going to go with I will be wearing wrinkled clothing. Thank you very much.
So wait a minute, does the crusty and used stay in vogue or out of vogue? Because you said wrinkled clothes come in and out of vogue, but a crusty and used does not. So would you?
It's never been in vogue. Is it never going to get it? Never going to get it.
Never going to get it. Never going to.
That was in vogue, by the way. Wasn't it?
I got you.
Thank you.
I'm actually the one. I am.
There could be no other answer to this and be acceptable.
No.
I'm just saying.
I'm pretty. don't know, strategic. I'm pretty dress is pretty important to me, so I'm going to go with I could do without toilet paper.
Could do without, but not a wrinkle on the clothing.
No, what again? A wrinkle one day, a wrinkle, that's fine, but just
Forever.
It was forever. I can't deal with that. That would dress is too important to me. And you didn't say that I couldn't use other things for toilet paper.
No, I did not say you could not install a bidet on your toilet.
Bidet,
yeah,
a squirt bottle. Bucket of water.
You could have a dedicated towel for that purpose.
Flushable wipe that you should never flush, even though it says flushable.
Indeed.
See, now if nobody said, see, I'm thinking of toilet paper as being kind of catch-all, whether it's your crop dusters or from manscaped.com or a bidet, any kind of paper product that goes that direction. So
here's the thing, though. I think we talked about this in a long ago episode. My toilet is damn near right beside my shower, like most people's are. Just jump in the shower. Have yourself nice, non-wrinkled clothes and a clean anus.
But if you've eaten a slider crate
with jelly beans,
vacation filled with jelly beans and coffee, and you are not around your castle of your own, and you have to stop at Billy Bob's truck stop.
A castle for your asshole.
and you have intestinal distress away from your castle.
You're getting very specific, though. How often does that happen?
These are the things that keep me up at night.
How often does that happen, though?
I mean, my gallbladder's gone now, but
yeah. I'm sticking with my answer, though. I again, unless if that question came with the disclaimer of you can use nothing to cleanse, then that would be one thing. But just no toilet paper.
There's going to be a lot more sticking to you than your answer.
But not a wrinkled shoit, mister.
We have not spent 20 minutes on this, have we?
Yeah, we have, actually.
Oh, wow.
So, Todd, are you saying that you only conduct business and take a shower directly afterwards?
No, I actually don't. We both, you and I both know somebody who does that.
Yes, we do.
And no, I'm not that way, but I'm saying it again. The question was asked just toilet paper, so there are other means of a clean anus, and I'm going to take advantage of every one of those. And in fact, if I have to, I can use my clothes because I'm going to wash them and press them, and they're going to be nice and unwrinkled.
Use the cat.
and actually, this is kind of a timely question considering the pandemic here and the lack of TP in circulation, which Howard says. It is wrinkled clothes. Can hardly imagine no TP unless I think about March 2020 or now when there's another shortage for whatever reason. I still can't figure all that out. But
I think it's pop culture. I think people are doing it in.
Amber says she'll get a bidet, so I'm assuming, being of the military, she's saying
yes.
her clothing needs to be unwrinkled, but she would use other means to be
personal
clean.
Cleansing.
I think that
Thank you.
I think it also is important to think about what clothing item is wrinkled. You know what I mean?
Well,
if
navy
it's a T-shirt
whites,
or something. No, for her, I understand. But
and you're not using the navy whites to carry out your cleanliness.
Yeah.
Because even if you wash those, I mean, it's just.
If it's an outer shirt, if it's a shirt that, I mean, there's nothing worse than the bottom of a button-down shirt curled up, or like the buttons are, you see that it looks like bacon rather than a nice straight
it's probably because it's
button
been in
line.
somebody's rectal crevice.
You get a vote, Todd, from Miss Wilson. And you and your TP alternatives. She would rather have her clothes be unwrinkled.
Yes.
Any other votes?
You dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
Well, there you go.
I think
Todd
this is going my way, isn't it?
No, it's not.
I have Amber and I have Mrs.
Well,
Wilson.
yeah. Well, no, wait a minute.
Howard's on my side.
Yeah, Howard's on Brady's side.
2-1.
I believe Amber's on Brady's side because she says she'll get a bidet.
Yeah, meaning she will go
Oh,
without.
no, she's on your
yeah.
side. That's right. That's correct. Kyle says wrinkle clothes. You only use the wrong leaf one time. that is Bray.
So is Kyle saying
Bray UFO. That is
he's
Bray.
going without? He's picking
Toilet paper.
Todd or Joe goes with the comfortable and use, and he will stay with the wrinkle clothing.
Joe. I wish you a life of comfortable and use.
Josh goes with Brady.
No, don't use me. Are you just on my side?
He's gonna smell like sewer water.
I think I won that one.
I believe you did.
Yes.
So we had to have the tiebreaker.
All right. So this is the tiebreaker. It is 2-2 on the scoreboards. Tiebreaker goes to Todd. I believe you're first.
Okay.
Would you rather your mom or your boss get a copy of every text that you get?
Oh, thanks to you two, I don't want either one of them to. Gosh.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Todd.
Todd's first.
I would rather. Son of a gun. Well, here's the deal. My mom loves me, warts and all, but there are some warts a mom just can't unsee.
She'll still love you.
Again, most of those warts would be text messages from Brady and Eric, and a few of our other buddies.
Probably.
I'm a very cool boss.
I do too.
See, my boss isn't listening, and I still said he's cool.
Brady, you got some on your nose.
Yes, it's sewer water.
No, I don't, because I had toilet paper.
A wrinkled ass shirt with some jelly beans and sewer water sprayed all over you, Brady. Congratulations.
No cat whiz.
No pressure. Look at that comment there, Brady.
Yeah.
Linda Liming is waiting for this answer.
I'm going to go my boss. Or wait a minute. Word the question again.
Would you rather your mom or your boss get a copy of every text that you get?
My boss.
Boss.
My boss.
Can't be a tiebreaker.
No. Can't be a tiebreaker if you give the same answer.
It's a wash.
So, it is a wash. Linda, your son does not want you to see his texts.
Sorry.
You can take that as you will.
My texts are pristine.
Yeah, right. Joe says his boss can see his texts all day.
There you go, Kyle.
All right.
Some of the text I get, I need to wash my eyes after seeing them. So
yes. All right. So this is a good question for teachers, as you both are. So Brady, I'll let you go first here.
Yes.
Would you rather? We'll go philosophical here for this tiebreaker.
Philosophical.
Yes. Would you rather educate people or inspire people?
Educate or inspire? Wow. I am gonna get philosophical here, like a Socrates. So I think I'm going to go with inspire, because even if I don't know Jack Squatola, I can inspire them to figure it out on their own. But at least if I can inspire them, I've given them the spark. So I'm going to go with inspire.
Okay. Todd?
In the spirit of the game, That's kind of the answer I was thinking, but I'm going to flip it. I'm going to smack it down, flip it, and reverse it. I'm going to say educate, because if I can educate, I can give them the tools to find inspiration everywhere.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Same thing you said, but the opposite of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Brady says inspire. Todd says educate. Now, that being said, with Howard says a good teacher obviously will do both. That's true.
Yes.
But we have to pick one or the other here. And while other people are getting their votes together, going to go back to the previous question. Howard says his wife is his boss, so she can see his text, or so she thinks. That's his boss. Danielle's going to take that shirt back she bought for you. Miss Wilson, her boss, she's retired. She's bragging about being retired. Josh, his mom, she raised me. Nothing will surprise her. This is true. All right, so Todd gets a vote. Brady gets a vote from Joe Rocky.
Joe, I'm going to take back my wish of you in a comfortable ain use, Joe. May your ain use be bothersome for the rest of your days.
All right. You'll get those votes rolling in. We're tied. We're tied in votes. We're tied in score. Or is it going to come down to the president of the Senate? Would you like to inspire like Brady, or would you like to educate like Todd?
Brady, you want to give your one more time? You want to give your reasons for inspiration?
Todd has no balls.
If I inspire people, they will educate themselves by lighting the fire. Even if I don't know anything about quantum physics much, but I can inspire them to find the answers on their own.
Yeah. And I'm saying I would educate, because if I can educate them, they have the tools to seek inspiration everywhere they go.
Had two inspires, one from Amber, one from Miss Wilson. Kyle says inspire is the quote unquote feel good answer, but he would choose educate because knowledge is power. Tanya says inspire. Howard says, up your game, become an administrator so you can inspire and educate the educators. Oh, Howard.
Oh, going for the host there.
Nicely played.
Now who has the brown on their nose?
Kim says she's not a teacher, but a mother of 5. I only want to inspire them to be good, kind people. But Howard says inspire people. So it looks like inspiration wins out.
Yes.
And with that...
Don't call it a comeback.
Nice.
Inspiration wins the game. Gain.
That was a good one, though.
That was a good one. All right, so our final score, 3-2. Brady with the victory in our
a squeaker.
A squeaker. A squeaker.
And one final comment there. Ms. Wilson goes back to the old argument that there is a body of knowledge that needs taught or teach how to learn. Indeed.
Now, I would like to tell you, Miss Wilson, you inspired me and educated me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Good topics, one and all tonight. Thank you, gentlemen. And we'll do our last housekeeping of the night. Once again, we will plug our website, www.playitbyearpodcast.com. On the website, you can find our audio feeds, our video feeds, our store, which is open for purchase of merchandise. We have T-shirts available. We have face masks available, so you can be safe out in this world of a pandemic.
But 10 days. 10 days.
Yes.
Our store, our campaign to sell our current merch is 10 more days remaining. So as soon as we log off here, everybody logs off. Go to our website, click on we'll put the link up actually where you can just go right to the store and go purchase a shirt or 5 and a mask or 10, and we really appreciate it.
I'm trying to pull up a screen so you can kind of see the shirts.
Yeah, let's do that. Eric put it on there.
You're gonna beat me to it.
I don't know. You may beat me to it.
Give these people a rightful shirting, which would be a
Here we go.
Guaranteed.
Here we go.
You got it?
Yes, I've got it. It's just being a little bit slow.
I may beat you to it.
You beat me to it.
I may.
Here it is. Here it is. I got it.
Not
Let
too
me
late.
share my screen.
Too late.
up.
Too late. Okay.
Look at yins.
There are the shirts.
In
Yes,
multiple
we
attractive
have-
colors.
If I remember right, on the left there, my left, there's gray, like a royal blue, like a
Kelly
All right.
Green.
Kelly green, a pinkish fuchsia, and then I don't know what that was on the
Red.
far right. Red, yes. And then on the premium, that is black, navy, maroon,
Maroon.
olive
Olive green.
green, and a Kelly green.
Forest green.
Forest green, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Kelly Green's on the first
Yes.
shirt.
Yeah.
And both of these shirts are high quality and would be suitable in case you did not have toilet paper. If you go back to the
And- Yeah, and on the back, it's kind of small there, but on the back, they say they have our hashtag that we are trying to get out there. So help us get that out there as well. And it's hashtag earbuds unite.
Yes. It's on the back of the shirt.
Yeah.
Ms. Wilson has a question. Will they be wrinkled? We can wrinkle them for you.
for me,
Or,
yes.
I mean,
Not if they're mine,
Brady-
Mrs. Wilson.
Yes, Brady can use them as toilet paper. I don't know. Whatever you like. All right. So, again, the link there can be found on our website, right front and center to that. And
How
again,
many
you can find
episodes do
our-
we have left this year? 3?
3.
About 3, which our big Christmas episode will be coming up soon.
Which will be episode 40. Christmas will be episode 40.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So 3 episodes left in 2020, guys. So thank you.
I have something a little bit funny to add. My little commercial that I did on Facebook for our merch store. I was like channeling my Wilford Brimley, or what's the guy that always sells the reverse mortgages and
From
guy from
Knots
Knots Landing.
Knots Landing.
Ken Kirchable?
That's it. Maybe.
No, it's
Ken
not.
Kirchable?
No.
But my mom said, I saw your commercial, and she said, you just kind of need to be a little bit more natural acting. And I'm like, that's what was funny, that it was awkward and stilted. It was, harkening back to those commercials of yore. So,
So you're giving an explanation for your bad acting then?
yes.
Probably everyone else in the room saying, man, he needs to be more natural.
Yeah.
William Devane.
That's it.
Willem Devane.
Yes.
Man, hasn't aged a bit.
Ken Kirchable was on Dallas. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I get
Yeah.
mixed up. All right. So again, if you want to support us financially, go to anchor.fm/play-by-your-podcast/support. We thank Joe and Christy Rocky. I should have put her name in there last time. Joe and Christy Rocky and Jessica Longacre for their support. They have gone to that link and supported us,
Very
so we
appreciate
appreciate that. With that, gentlemen, anything for the good of the order?
All good. All good.
No,
Good episode.
just
Fun times.
was going to chime in with the Vacation Architect LLC, Joe and Christie's business.
Yes.
For all your business and all your traveling needs, check them out. Lifelong friends, great people. They'll steer you in the right direction.
Maybe it could be like a play it by ear field trip. We could all go to a play it by ear trip to Sweden, like one of those fan fests where we travel.
Sweden.
And check them out on Facebook. Again, Vacation Architect LLC.
But you're wearing lederhosen. I'm from
Lederhosen?
Sweden. Trading places.
Yes.
All right, so episode 38 will be out on audio tomorrow morning. Stay tuned for episode 39 next Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Can I give a special shout out real quick? Sorry, I just thought of
Absolutely,
this.
go ahead.
On a personal note, again, I want to thank everyone for the text and the messages and the comments and replies as far as my wife, Celia, her surgery. She's back there sleeping right now. I hope I haven't kept her up, but she just an update. She got her drainage tube out today, and she's doing well. She's sore. She's groggy and tired and whatnot, but again, thank you guys so much. I don't usually get to thank people in person, so thank you for that. We really appreciate it.
Very well.
Speedy recoveries.
Yes, indeed. All right. Like I said, episode 38 coming out on audio tomorrow. Stay tuned for episode 39 on Wednesday at 7. Todd?
Looks like 2 hot
Peace.
dog handles.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again, and join us next time as we play it by ear.